What's going on, guys? My name is Paul. It's my van. That's my boy right there. And I'm just doing some work here and there. I haven't filmed a video. Well, actually, I've been filming more shorts, but this is the garage. Need to clean it up. Made some window frames. But let's go in here and show you a little bit of what I just did. I made this new plate. I love it. I got this off of Amazon. I had to drill some holes. There's 2 switches. Could probably add a third one if I really wanted to. I bought another plate for right here, but it had a fat scratch in it. So I'm waiting for the replacement. But right now I'm just gonna make the window frame for right here. Just blocking off some of this stuff here. But yeah, got some insulation going. So yeah, let's start making that frame. Actually, I already started. This is gonna go right here. Boom. This one's gonna go on top. Boom. I just bought some plywood. So we're gonna do this one. I made this window frame using 1x3s or something like that. And it was really expensive. This one I used plywood. It's really cheap. This one fit better. It looks better. It's built better. I didn't have any plywood, but I just bought some, but I'm making the bottom and the top out of this stuff. It's like 3/4. And then the rest in plywood. So I got some measurements. Let's go cut it. First things first, lit up an incense. I just bought a new pack for the garage. This is actually my parents' garage. Sacred ritual. Let's move these. Throw the plywood up here. Start cutting. All right, there's my canvas. There are my measurements. Let's do this. Let the games begin. All right, left side is done. Just working on the right side. Gonna trace it out. Angle it so it fits right. And yeah. Got this side all squared away. I'm gonna take some measurements for the, what do you call it? The face, the frame, the molding, frame molding. All right, got the next one. I forgot that I have to make the left and right out of thinner plywood so I can bend with the side. All right, got one down. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, okay, I forgot. The top ones are gonna go over. Okay, deal. All right, let's measure the top and the bottom. Oh, we need to do this. So this one's gonna be a little weird. We're gonna have a face going right here, then one going right there, and then one going this way, and then this going that way. So it's gonna be quite the adventure of putting this thing together. All right, I'm pretty much making a little puzzle. Got that for right there. I need to get me a tripod. This goes right there. Perfect. I need to measure from here to there and have it hanging over. So pretty much what I'm doing is on the right and left sides, this needs to be thinner because it needs to be able to bend with the curve of the van. And I'm only butting it up to the top. The top and bottom frame pieces are gonna stick over a little bit. This one I didn't cut long enough. This one's perfect. This I didn't cut long enough, but you see what I'm saying? So my suggestion, when making window frames like this, I mean, you could use wood like 1x3s or So something like this, but it's gonna be freaking expensive. Even using something like this. I mean, I guess it depends, because with my van, and I'm gonna show you my van, I have to go from here to here. That means I have to get a 1x6, and those are pricey. And by the time I cut it, the other half of the 1x6 is worthless, unless I cut it using small pieces. Like this, you got a space up here. So, like on my van, because the sides, they're so long or wide, if I were to do the one like this, I would need to, like I said, get 1x6s, and that's pricey. So my suggestion is make it out of plywood. I'm making the bottom in half out of some leftover stuff I had. But if you can make it out of plywood, it's a lot cheaper. Because the window frame I made over there, somewhere over there, it cost me $70 in wood. Now granted, I do have a little bit extra left over, so $50 for a window frame, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Screw that. So the one I made out of plywood, I had literally a sheet of plywood just like this, and I used up half of it. The sheet cost me 25 bucks. So that means it cost me about $5 in plywood just to make it. So that's just me, especially if you have a van with so many windows like this. And it's not like a standard window where it's perfectly square, perfectly rectangular. Because on this van, the windows go like, they got angles and curves and all kinds of random stuff. So I suggest making it out of plywood. I'm making mine out of 1/2 inch. The only downside with this plywood is because you see all these different layers. When you butt something up against it, like this, and if you use screws, even if you pre-drill the holes, you're gonna split this. This is gonna split up, this is gonna split up, that's gonna split down, and probably crack. So I use nails, but that's probably the only downside to using plywood, because those layers, they will split. So we got 53 inches minus 1/2 inch is 52.5. So now to make the top frame, hold on. So to make the top frame piece, we're not gonna measure from here to there. We're gonna measure from here to there, add a 2 1/4 on that end, add a 2 1/4 on this end, just so it overlaps this. And then we should be able to cover up all of these. Because if we go from here to there, like let me put this up here. See, there's already a gap there. There's a small gap there. So we're gonna go the distance of this top piece and then just add 2 1/4 to both sides for the frame molding. Once that's done, we're pretty much ready to assemble. So we got 51 and 3/8 right there. Let me triple check. Yep. I mean, I really need to get me a tripod just so I can work, and I need to measure that. Because I need one hand to hold this, one hand to make marks, one arm to write, or make lines, and then I need one to hold the camera. But all right, let me put this camera down and make sure everything's right. If you have to make long markings like this, a level is perfect. Safety first, y'all. Alright, it's time to go get a Red Bull. Once we get our Red Bull, then we are going to assemble using nails, some wood glue, and blood, sweat, and tears. Alright, so we got everything in their spots. At the bottom face, left side, left face, top side, top face, right side, right face. So what we're gonna do first is mount the sides first and then the top. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Because this is bowing, it's not fitting right. So I'm tossing this. I'm gonna make a new piece out of plywood. So it helps to label your pieces. Like for example, this is the bottom piece. You got bottom, left, and right. That means this is the good side that faces the window. This is the right side. Blank side faces the window, bottom and top. Because as you can see, the bottom and the top look kind of the same, but they're not the same. So helps to label them. Anyways, we're gonna glue this and nail this piece on. So this is the hard part, especially if you don't have a nail gun. I had to place this up against the fridge, set that up against it, hold it into place, and start nailing. But so far I'm just gonna put 2 in until it's all assembled, make sure it fits. So I went and made sure it fit, and I'm glad I did before I bolted this on because I forgot to chop this side shorter. So as you're putting the frame together, just put it in there, make sure everything lines up, make sure everything's good, because if you need to make adjustments like trim it or whatever, it's better to do it now than when it's assembled. So, and then as you're gluing, make sure you wipe the glue off, on both sides. So this is where the blood, sweat, and tears comes in. If you don't have a nail gun, it's really difficult. I know my dad's got one, but it's not the most accurate. But yeah, trying to hold this, have something solid to hit up against. You only have about a 1/2 inch gap, so if you overshoot it, it's gonna stick out the side. I'd rather it stick out this side than this side. But yeah, all right. Clean some of this glue up and go see it, make sure it fits. Another reason why plywood's good. So far, plywood's never split. This one started to split in 3 different spots. So I'm gonna cut a piece of plywood for the top. That was a fail. I grabbed the nail gun. Tired of dealing with it. I think I got it on point though, so it's a little bit more accurate. Let's give this a shot. Not the best, but at least it's over on that end and not on this end. But it's pretty stiff. So I think I'll be using the nail gun for now on. All right, nice. Fits good, fits good. Probably have to, I don't know, maybe staple some carpet around the back end just to help keep the insulation out. All right, now let's work on the face. This side's done. Doesn't look the best, but you know, that's alright. Kind of like it when it's like crooked and off. Reminds me of, I don't know, like Alice in Wonderland or one of those commercials where the house is all crooked and interesting looking. Alright, time to rip us a new piece. There we go. All done. I just gotta paint it first. Let's see if it'll fit. So I finished making this frame. Oh, let me put it in place real quick. And then I was letting it sit in the sun just to let it dry. So I was thinking of other switches that I can put. Just thinking. And then I forgot I'm supposed to put a little charging port in this frame. Use my head to hold this up right here. So I think we're gonna cut into that. I'm gonna cut a hole for this charging port. Then I didn't realize, I didn't put in consideration the thickness from the face to the screw mounts. So I think I'm gonna go in backwards. That should work. I just need to cut these, add a connector on it so I can unplug it. First I need to remove its fuse before I go cutting wires. So let's see. Left side USB, no. Right USB charging port is E2. E2, third from top left. Remove the 10. Let's see. Alright, the light is still on. That means it's got power. Unless I got left and right mixed up. Let's try that D1. D1 is bottom corner. 20 amp. No, still got a light. Maybe the top one, D2. Interior LED strip. Oh, maybe that's it. Because I put that in its place. Yep. She gone. Alright, looks like it fits. Perfect. Let's see. I'm holding this thing up with my head. Bingo. Alright, we're gonna work on the back and paint it black. That way when you, I need to cut these. That way when you look in through the window, you can't see the frame really. You just see black darkness. But alright, let's get to painting. Got this bad boy painted. The back side that is. We're gonna let this dry. I think I'm gonna tinker around in there. So now I need to rewire this. I got some connectors, spade connectors. So then I can crimp one onto one side, crimp the other to the other side, and then you connect them. While it's drying, I'm gonna fix this, do some brainstorming. Alright, so I'm gonna end this video here. The window frame isn't done drying yet, so I'm just gonna head home, probably edit this video, and then we'll get on the painting that frame, and then we will, I've got an LED strip. I want to see if I can make that work. Otherwise, the next thing we need to do is either make the window frame for both the back windows or make my water station, remake the water station. So we'll see what happens. Otherwise, anyways, I appreciate you guys. I really do. Thanks for sticking around with this build. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something today about, building frames for your van. And just thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Later. Oh, he's so cute. Little lamb.